the 1920s, a time when the world, still recovering from the war, was looking for something to celebrate. And there was nothing more exciting, more thrilling than speed. Cars, my friends, weren't just a way to get around. They were rockets on wheels, driven by men and women with nerves of steel and a need for speed. Forget your modern cars with their crumple zones and traction control. We're talking about a time when cars were dangerous, loud, and totally awesome. Join me as we explore the 10 fastest cars of the Roaring '20s. The world was coming out of World War I and entering a new era of hope, freedom, and speed. The streets came alive, and cars became symbols of status, innovation, and adrenaline. In this documentary, learn about the 10 fastest cars of the '20s and how they paved the way for everything we call motorsports today. Picture this: a long flat beach, sand as white as snow. On the horizon, a distant speck that quickly turns into a deafening roar. It's the Sunbeam 1000 GP, a beast of a car with 2 airplane engines, one for each axle. Yes, you heard that right. 2. This wasn't a car for the faint of heart. In 1927, the Sunbeam 1000 GP, driven by the brave, or maybe crazy, Major Seagrave, broke the 200 miles per hour barrier. A simply amazing achievement for the time. If the Sunbeam was a brute, the Napier Campbell Bluebird was an aristocrat of speed. Built by the legendary Malcolm Campbell, this car was a work of engineering art, designed to cut through the air like a peregrine falcon. Campbell took the Bluebird to a top speed of 207 miles per hour on the beaches of Daytona. It was a new world record, and Campbell became an instant celebrity. While the British were busy setting land speed records, the Germans weren't just sitting around drinking beer. Oh no, they were busy creating their own speed legend, the Mercedes-Benz Blitzen-Benz. Under the hood, a 21.5-liter engine that produced an insane amount of power. The Blitzen-Benz could reach a top speed of 142 miles per hour, which in 1911 was basically like traveling to space in terms of speed. Chapter 4: Sunbeam 350 GP. The younger, wilder brother. The Sunbeam 1000 GP may have been the king of speed, but its younger brother, the Sunbeam 350 GP, was the rebellious prince. This car was an untamed beast, powered by an 18.3-liter V12 engine that was originally designed for aircraft. The Sunbeam 350 GP could reach a top speed of 143 miles per hour, which at the time was like trying to hold on to a rocket with bicycle wheels. Chapter 5: Delage 15 S8. French elegance on the track. Forget the Eiffel Tower and croissants for a minute, because the French also knew how to build a race car. The Delage 15 S8 was proof of that. This car was a perfect combination of raw power and French elegance. It had a straight 8 engine that propelled it to over 137 miles per hour, which was incredibly fast for the time. But the Delage 15 S8 wasn't just about straight line speed. Chapter 6: Miller 122. The American terror of the Indy 500. Cross the Atlantic and you'll find the Americans busy doing what they do best: building big, powerful cars. The Miller 122 was a prime example of this. This car was designed for one thing: to dominate the racetrack. With its advanced aerodynamics and a powerful engine, the Miller 122 was an unstoppable force at the Indy 500, reaching speeds of over 130 miles per hour. It was proof that Americans weren't just interested in building big, comfortable cars. They also knew how to make them go fast. Sometimes, in history, there are those who are overshadowed by the spotlight of others. The Ballet 3/8 LC was one of those cars. Built in record time for the European Grand Prix, this car was an incredible feat of engineering. With its twin overhead cam 8-cylinder engine, the Ballot 3/8 LC could reach speeds of almost 119 miles per hour. It was a car that deserved much more recognition than it received. Some cars are more than just machines. They are works of art. The Bugatti Type 35 was one of those cars. This wasn't a car you just drove, you experienced it. From its sleek aerodynamic design to its powerful engine, the Bugatti Type 35 was a joy to drive. And fast? Well, let's just say that with a top speed of 118 miles per hour, it left many competitors in the dust. If you could sum up the Bentley 3-liter Speed in one word, it would be class. This was a car for gentlemen, for those who appreciated the finer things in life. But don't let its refined exterior fool you. The Bentley 3-liter Speed was a speed demon in disguise. With a top speed of 90 miles per hour, it could leave most cars in the dust. Before World War II, the United States had a reputation for building big, comfortable cars. But the Duesenberg Model A changed all that. This was the first luxury car with real performance. Under the hood was an 8-cylinder engine that produced an impressive amount of power for its time. The result? A top speed of 87 miles per hour and a driving experience that no other American car could match. And so ends our journey through the fastest cars of the 20s. A time when brave men and women pushed the limits of speed and technology. These cars weren't just machines. They were symbols of progress, of innovation, and above all, of an untamed spirit that refused to be contained. They paved the way for the cars we drive today, and their legacies still resonate in every sports car and race car we see on the streets and racetracks of the world. These cars weren't just machines. They were symbols of a time when dreaming big meant driving fast. On dirt tracks, salt flats, and sandy beaches, speed was a promise of the future. And each of these legends left its mark, still echoing in every turn of modern motorsports. Enjoy the ride. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share with anyone who also loves the history of cars. Until the next turn.